NFL wild card weekend is in the books. Let's go through the reaction. Am I heartbroken because of the Eagles? Yes. Am I happy for some other people like Josh Allen? Perhaps. But honestly, Petula, I'm not saying this. A lot of people are saying this. There are a lot of bad things going around about him. But look, we're going to cover the Eagles in the show. We'll also cover all the games that we saw on Saturday and Sunday. Let's hop into it because we don't waste time around here. Sure, we might waste brain cells, but we don't waste time. It's the Effects Show. Before we do, though, make sure you like and subscribe this. Now, these odulous Rams, see, look, I don't even know how to say it right because I don't know how much farther they're getting because they barely outlasted the Panthers. Rams 34, Panthers 31. And now the Rams have relied on their Super Bowl experience. They're poised. They're Matt Stafford. They're McVay. That's all they relied on. But honestly, it kind of fell apart. It fell apart here, but let's start with the winning team, which is what we do here. Shout out Josh Pate. So, Matthew Stafford, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, and eventually passed Kurt Warner for the all-time passing yards in a playoff team for that whole team, right, for the Rams. Am I speaking today clearly? No. But does it matter? Not really, because when you think about it, that's kind of crazy considering how much of his career on the lines. Puka Nacua just continued to do Puka Nacua things. And if you had to make Puka Nacua into an object, it'd probably be a surfboard, because that guy kind of rocks, and it feels like he knows how to ride the wave. I'm a big surfer myself. I don't tell a lot of people that, but it's what it is. And Stafford, he focused on Puka. The rest of his receivers and everyone, he was a between-the-numbers guy. Completed 22 of 30 in between the numbers, 274 5 yards to keep the chains moving. Wow, this is a rough one, people. We were up late last night with the Chargers, Patriots, and then we just had the Sunday scaries, realizing that NFL's finally going to be over, and I just stayed up all day anxious. Let's dive into their defense, right? They started very strong with turning the ball over on downs, and they had a key interception, built an early lead, and they struggled to contain the deep ball late, and they let Bryce Young do Bryce Young, that old rascal things, right? He runs around the pocket, throws the ball. They let him do that, and you can't be letting him do that. I mean, we saw what happened with the Falcons. This team's just struggling to execute. I mean, the Cardinals were in the game for a little bit. The Cardinals. So when I'm looking at this, I guess I'm impressed that they held Carolina's rush a little bit. I mean, they held them to 83 yards, but we saw Rico and Hubbard. Although Rico did have a pretty cool TikTok edit that almost made me hammer his over. I did not. But we saw them not really do much as of late. Overall takeaway, though, from this Rams team is that it's just a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes. And now, can I say that word correctly? Sure. But it just has, I can't say word, they can't move the ball. They've been not being able to move the ball. They've had flags, cues on defense. It seems it's not clicking right now, where in the beginning of the year, it was just click central. Kind of like when you have that dog clicker to tell them to stop, click, 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 click. I don't know if that's humane or not, but what are you going to do? That's what I grew up with. Again, he held you together in the fourth quarter. We haven't talked much about the Panthers, but let's get into it. Bryce Young accounted for 2 total touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing. If you're in the live stream, you would have got his rushing touchdown at plus 750. So, sure, are those incredible odds? Yes. Does it pay to listen to me? Yes. Am I horrible at predicting this wild card round? Because right now I'm 0 for 1, 0 for 2. We're just 0 for a lot, but we finally won 1. Right, so Jalen Cooker had a career night, 9 receptions, 134 yards, and Hubbard provided a little bit of that muscle to go ahead and get in the end zone. They had a cornerback on their team named Mike Jackson. I mean, that's just odd, right? I mean, that's odd. Because I don't know how old he is, but maybe give him a different first name. At least it's not Michael. At least it's Mike. So, look, game of his life. I don't know. He really the entire team put a lot of pressure on Matt Stafford as well. The overall takeaway, though, from this team is, hey, it was a coming out party. Sure, you lost to the Rams. You were a 10-point underdog and you made it a 3-point game, and you were leading at, I think it was with less than 5 minutes left. So it was very impressive. Very, very impressive. And you scored a lot. Can't go wrong with that. That's looking good. The key moment in this game when everything shifted was Colby Parkinson's 19-yard touchdown catch. 38 seconds left. And myself and the rest of the world, we were waiting for this to happen. I think we were both just thinking, okay, it was going to be Puka Nacua or it's going to be Devontae Adams. But we knew Matt Stafford was going to get it down there. And it was the most nonchalant catch where it just took all the energy out of the stadium. And I was just like, well, okay. We could see the energy was just like acceptance, right? It was like, oh, well, shucks. You got us again. Kind of like, who was it? I don't even know. Tom and Jerry, right? For instance, sure, my parents didn't let me watch Tom and Jerry because it was too violent as a kid. Perhaps, whatever. I got to watch SpongeBob. It was fine. But it was just like, oh, you rascal, you got us again, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's like, what are you going to do? That's what I do, besides regular season, because we did see the Panthers win that game. Look, outlook for these teams, Rams are going to move on. They're going to play the Chicago Bears. That's going to be an interesting one. I guess Caleb's going to get down by 20 points, so he'll come back and make it a field goal game somehow. Panthers, they head off into the end of the season, being like, cool, I don't know, let's try to build around Bryce. He's the guy. Packers versus Bears. Bears win it 31-27. And now they pulled off the longest postseason comeback in franchise history. Caleb Williams is that guy. He paints his nails and he does whatever he wants. And there was some beef with him and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, now we all know, Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow was made famous by Wiz Khalifa for the Steelers. Let's not forget that. But when we go to the other side, everyone forgets that Lil Wayne had a remix called Green and Yellow back in the day. Now, why is a man from Louisiana a Packers fan? I believe it has something to do with his family, but I forget. But I used to be a Lil Wayne fan in 7th grade. Here's the thing, though. He got into it, Caleb. Caleb, I think he said like something like bear down with potentially nails emoji or something. You always have to look at the second level for this Twitter beef, but I'm just happy there's more beef there. And there's a lot of beef with these coaches. Oh my God, never seen a faster handshake than me trying to exit a party. It's just, hello, goodbye, let me get out of here. I don't care what you have to offer me. I don't want to have any of it. Because look, I went through the DARE program. I'm a good boy. Now, this offense for this Bears seems what we have to talk about. You do bad, you do bad, you do bad, and now you're starting to do good, right? Playoff record, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 25-yard go-ahead strike to DJ Moore. I mean, it's back to back, as they like to say in the industry. Now, I'm not part of the industry, but it's what they like to say. Colson Loveland, another insane 100-plus yard playoff game. He's continuing to show maybe he is a legitimate tight end, and the Bears did a great job getting him. Now, 8 catches, 137 yards. No touchdowns, but you get yourself a 2-point conversion. The unit was elite when they needed to be clutch. The defense, though, brutal first half. I mean, it was 21-3 going in the end of first half. Like, what were they doing? Oh, wait, no, it was 6. No, wait, what? What am I talking about? Whatever, I don't know. Look, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the Bears just smacked the Packers, only let the Packers score 6 points in the last 30 minutes of game time. The secondary tightened up, and Jordan Love just could not get the game done, right? They forced 4 Green Bay fumbles back to back to back to back. It was bad. And this team has a never say die identity. Kind of like if Dracula was to mate with a bear itself, right? Think about that, okay? Because Dracula, undead, never dies. The bear, if they were to mate together, then if they were to have a child, that bear might never die. Or Dracula gives the bear his blood, and now the bear can live forever. But then I know what you're saying to yourself. What if the bear hibernates? Is it going to hibernate because it never dies, so it doesn't really need to rest and restore? I don't know. Ask your local zoologist. I'm not going to tell you that. Anyway, though, they won 7 games this season when trailing in the final 2 minutes. And now it's their first playoff victory, 15 years. Big Cat, as we know, obviously I'm a huge fan of Part of My Take. Who isn't? They moved to Netflix. I don't care. They overcame an 18-point deficit. It's incredible. But Green Bay, on the other hand, things cannot be worse. Everyone's calling for LaFleur to be fired. I think you're insane if you want him fired. I mean, who do the Packers really have? And they're all like 5 years old. Everyone gets so hyped into the playoffs and everything. Let's develop them a little bit. Now, Jordan Love finished 323 yards and 4 touchdowns. Did kind of horrible after half. Romeo Doubs, 124 yards and a touchdowns. And after the second half, Josh Jacobs was radio silent. Basically, every single time, like when the teacher asks a question in class and I didn't know the answer, you're not getting it out of me, Miss Zuback. I hate you. Some things never die. Kind of like the bear that made of a Dracula. Let's not forget about that. Now, Josh Jacobs, 6 yards after half. Did I say that already? I don't know, but it's in my show notes. The unit failed to deliver that kind of end kill strike on the last drive. They couldn't get anything done. Defense, great in the first half. Second half is just like, honestly, fourth quarter is just like, Caleb, do whatever you want. You have fun. That's basically the Green Bay Packers playing in the second half. Now, they struggled to hold the deep ball deep in the fourth quarter, failing to account for, maybe the guy who destroyed you in overtime the previous matchup, DJ Moore. Overall, my team takeaways, every single phase failure, triple phase failure, just like all my report cards when I was a kid. Offense went cold fast. And McManus cannot deliver the kicks. We're going to see the kicks here. A lot of kicks mattered in these games. The moment where I think it was a true dagger was the 25-yard DJ Moore touchdown, minute 43 left, beating them. The classic double move that DJ does. That little rascal. Caleb, do whatever you want. Like, my home is your home. That's what the Packers were, even though they were away. But they're saying, Caleb, you know what? This is yours now. Have fun. The Bears, they're going to host the Rams. It's going to be a very interesting game. My initial read on that game is they're giving the Bears 4. I'm going to take that. I think it really is going to be a 3.5 game. I can see this being close, right? If we're just looking at it, broad tax, okay, Matthew Stafford's hands probably a little bit hurt, but they're going to shoot up with whatever they need to. Bears, another historic comeback. Are they going to get off this high? I'm not sure, but let's look at how the Rams control the secondary, and they really can't. High-powered offenses going at it. Let's see what happens. Packers enter in the offseason. There's a lot of calls for LaFleur losing his job. Frankly, I don't see a path where LaFleur loses his job. I truly don't. I mean, you could say, oh, but then what if they bring in who? Who is going to come in? Hardball? Like, I don't know. LaFleur's hair also has been perfectly gelled since I was in 7th grade. And now, I did aim to have that type of gelled hair, and I'm proud to say I did for most of my life. But now, I don't. And those are the facts that I'm willing to deal with in my life. Packers in the offseason, I don't know, get Micah Parsons healthy. You're still some pieces away. If you're asking me, hey, what are these pieces away? I don't know. Let's bring Tucker Kraft back. Tucker Kraft is like a top 5 person that I want to have on my side in a bar fight. Just knock some skulls around. I think he would look really cool in a cutoff flannel and jean shorts. I won't. I would look ridiculous. You know what's also ridiculous? How great these games been. People, if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got 8 at the time I'm filming this, which is big. Okay, so Buffalo Bills, Jacksonville Jaguars. I was going to say, hey, this is going to be the funnest game of the slate. Let's take the over. Oh, by the way, all the bets I've lost so far that we've talked about. I said let's take the over. I wanted 51 points, more than 51.5 points. It ended 27-24. Great. So, Bills, first playoff road victory in 33 years. I mean, you're not playing Mahomes. Since 1992 AFC Championship. Outlasted the Jaguars run game. Kind of impressive. On offense, we do winners here first. It was the Josh Allen show. We knew it was going to be a Josh Allen show if he wanted to win. He was definitely banged up and hurt. Didn't matter. 80% of his passes were completed. 23 yards. Brandon Cooks. I was high on Brandon Cooks. Shout out to that one person in my TikTok comments who's not going to be watching this video because I'm not big enough for him to know that I'm on YouTube. Shout out you about Brandon Cooks. I aligned with you on that. And also, Tom Brady, a week or two before, was always like, Cookie, that's a great catch. Basically, the same type of energy with the Packers defense. Caleb goes, just have fun. Like, who are we to say something? That was Tom Brady on Brandon Cooks, even though Tom Brady wasn't calling that game a couple weeks previous. Now, biggest catch of the day, 36-yard deep ball. He threw it where he was definitely in coverage, linebackers, everything was coming after him. Didn't care. Tossed away. Cooks got it. Insane. And they successfully pivoted where, okay, this Jacksonville run D is actually legit. James Cook cannot get going, kind of got injured, but he couldn't get going. So they just started to air out the ball. Shakira catches, Kincaid, 15-yard touchdown. Impressive. Now, the defense, tough to stop this Liam Cohen. Mastermind. Now, came up clutch. Trevor Lawrence's pass at the very end of the game. Cole Bishop interception. That's what you needed. You needed to stop them from having a game-winning drive. Now, incredible resilience in the fourth quarter, able to stop Lawrence down a little bit. They did allow 3 passing touchdowns, but that's fine. That's fine. Overall takeaway is Josh Allen silenced all the haters, as he has, right? Bills demonstrated, hey, we can win whatever way we need to, which is scary as long as Josh Allen is in. And they solidified, okay, they are the scary team in the AFC. So we'll get to what they look like in the future, but it's scary. Jacksonville, they lost. They put up 24 points. There was a reporter that everyone's kind of up in arms about where it's like, you didn't ask a question. Oh, shut up. I mean, God forbid. God forbid Liam Cohen gets a compliment. I mean, start with him trying to say Duval weird. Honestly, if I was to say it like Duval, like, I wouldn't be able to do it right. Although I kind of did it right there, and it felt good. It felt good. And Liam Cohen, he did fantastic. Trevor Lawrence, complete resurgence on his career this year. 3 touchdowns, franchise star ETN was absolutely a stud as well. Tootin turned up a little bit, and he racked up a lot of yards this running game. It was dominant. However, it was a game of inches, and it went against him. Trevor Lawrence, his shin hit on a crucial 4th down, and basically, they're like, yeah, dude, you're a little bit short. And I go, yeah, Trevor, don't worry. I've been hearing that my entire life. Their defense, though, you stopped Cook. No one saw that coming. 46 yards. Incredible job, right? Now, Devin Lloyd forced Allen to the medical tent twice. I'm just going to leave it at that. Busted coverage. Final minutes really allowed Cooks to get open. But was it truly busted coverage? No, I don't think so. I think Cooks just really got open. Overall team takeaways, game of inches, you lost this game of inches. You got Josh Allen in his destiny run for the playoffs this year. Again, no Jackson, no Burrow, no Mahomes. You got to go with Allen, right? I would say the go-ahead play of the game was when Josh Allen did a sneak on, I believe it was like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, way far out, got it all the way to the 1-yard line, almost scored a touchdown off that. That was a game-changing play. Kind of like how when I wake up in the morning, I now have a pot of coffee because I'm a game changer, right? No one's drinking coffee like me. And sometimes you have to get caffeine in the veins. You got to get it injected. Me, I sip it. I just go, don't give me the Keurig. I don't want that garbage. French press. That's what I do. Ounces a day. And now, I know what you're probably thinking to yourself, stop stalling here. We want to understand what really happened in the game. Well, the Bills, they're going to advance. They're going to be playing the Broncos. Right now, they are 1.5-point favorites. The look-ahead line was 1.5-point favorites. Nothing's really changed. I don't anticipate this Broncos team to come out here and beat the Bills. That's my quick read on it. I just don't think they have what it takes. Now, can Bo Nix be absolutely electric? Mile High be rocking? The Bills kicker is a huge problem. Every single person who missed a kick, you felt it, right? I forget if the Bills missed a kick. I haven't looked that up yet. But Cam Little missed a clutch field goal going into halftime. That would have made this game hypothetically a tie game. So, very interesting when you look at how much all these kicks have been either winning or losing a team in the playoffs. My poor Eagles out of the playoffs. And truthfully, did they deserve to get kicked out by the Niners? No. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, well, there's this rivalry with them. It's like, yeah, they are, but let's just be honest. The 49ers still stink, and they're going to be absolutely smashed in the mouth by the Seattle Seahawks next round. I hope so. So bad. I don't like the Niners. I used to like the Niners, and then recently as an Eagles fan, they crept on me, and with this win right here by the 49ers, I've decided I have more hate in my heart. And when you think that it couldn't grow anymore, basically the Grinch stealing presents, but my hate is now for the 49ers. So it goes Giants, Dallas Cowboys, Commanders, 49ers, all on my hate list. So let's go to this offense of the 49ers. And if you guys want my actual rant, make sure to like and subscribe this video. I'm going to do a whole separate on how the Eagles have failed me as a human. So Christian McCaffrey, heartbeat of the team, 14 yards from scrimmage, 2 crucial 4th down conversions. He's a stud. What's new? He's also an Abercrombie and Finch model, which, I don't know, it's kind of some red flags. Demarcus Robinson, I thought I got him confused with some other people. It doesn't matter. It's just, hey, let's run the slant, and sometimes teams can't stop it. 111 yards, 61-yard catch to kind of open up the game as well. It felt like the Niners just drove it down the field, scored a touchdown. This game was like, oh, it's not going to be that crazy. Eagles go back, score a touchdown, miss the extra point. Is that going to come back to us? Let's find out. On Jennings, clutch play. I'll get to that later in the moment that changed the game. Now, the defense pitched an incredible second-half masterpiece. Well, I don't actually think they did because the Eagles just actually suck. And that's what happened. Their play calling stale. They can't get anything. It's a bunch of no names. That's fine. Even I could have played defense because it would have been like, okay, I know this guy's running this way. Hey, someone else, can you come help me? Or I could have just played A.J. Brown and the guy was an absolute ghost and he would have dropped it. We're not going to get into the Eagles yet. We'll stick on the 49ers. Now, they successfully neutralized the Eagles' deep threat. It was an insane windy day as well. We all saw the jacket ahead of time. Team takeaway for the 49ers is, okay, you beat the Eagles. The Eagles kind of stunk all year. You lost George Kittle, though. And that's going to be the major impact moving forward is that he tore his Achilles, also down to Ballard Tequila, but then also tore his Achilles, which is bad. I don't know. Let's go on to the Eagles. Frustration. End of the season as a 3 seed. They should not have been a 3 seed. If our division was anything, probably like the NFC West, sure, best division in football. If it was anything like it, they would have been way lower. This team has stunk since Petula has taken over as offensive coordinator. I understand you can't put this on Petula, but a lot of this is. Saquon Barkley, bright spot, 106 rushing yards, but held to 35 rush yards. No, he was injured, not injured. They couldn't do anything. Jalen Hurts couldn't throw an accurate ball in. Even when he did, they just kept dropping the ball on 3rd down, which is not a recipe for success. Now, Dallas Goedert made history as the first tight end to rush in the postseason and have a receiving core because, his receiving core is just a bunch of corps and they can't do anything. That's really for A.J. Brown. I love Devontae Smith. A.J. Brown didn't even meet with, I'm not going to get into it now. If you guys want to see the full video, go to the channel. It'll be posted. But at least Devontae Smith met with him afterwards, and a reporter asked Devontae Smith, how are you feeling right now? How do you think he's feeling? He just lost a playoff game. What, do you think it's going to be sprinkles and I'm going to go ahead and I kiss a butterfly on the mouth? No! Are you out of your mind? Anyway, Quinyon Mitchell, absolutely insane. Horrible first drive. 2 picks. Okay? You know what? If you want to have that first drive, you want to come back to me with 2 picks, do that all day. They turned the ball over. They still couldn't convert. They couldn't turn the turnovers into points. And when you're cooking, that's like the equivalent of, hey, we're going to have the pot of water for the pasta, but we're not going to turn the water on. We're not going to give it heat, so the pasta can't boil. That's basically what the Eagles offense did, in defense did. I don't know, whatever. They held Christian McCaffrey 3.2 yards per carry. Big whoop. He ended it with 100+ all-purpose yards. Why don't you do better? I still got to say I love Vic Fangio. I'm just going to put that over. Look, the clunkiness, it finally caught up to. It was going to catch up to. You want that good of a team, Eagles. A.J. Brown, Nick Sirianni were yelling at each other like two lovers who are pissed off. Like, oh, you didn't do the dishes, blah, blah, blah. That's really what I envisioned A.J. Brown, Nick Sirianni doing. And it's just like, you know what, A.J. Brown, whatever. You can yell, you're a diva wide receiver. Nick Sirianni, you're a diva coach. Do I think the Eagles should keep it and rock it out with Nick Sirianni? Yes. If they do it with Kevin Petula again, am I going to be upset? Yes. They can't do that. They have to fire him. Get someone else in there. We all know Nick Sirianni, like Nick Sirianni is the guy who was kind of fratty, kind of a frat star, superstar, whatever, what up, dude? But actually, like, does very good for his life. And you're like, oh, wow, that guy's really smart, huh? That's who Nick Sirianni is. And now he's just trying to get his buddies to be friends and get jobs as well. But they're not cut out for it. And that's what we've been seeing with Nick Sirianni. The moment that changed the game is Jawan Jennings, who's a dual threat quarterback who listed a bunch of all these people. Yeah, we know, but also we don't care because he's not a quarterback. And he also says some awful things. I don't know what they are, but interesting. He threw a 29-yard touchdown pass at Christian McCaffrey. The sky bang reverse. Stop. Just stop, people. I don't know. 49ers are going to now travel to the Seahawks, and I know the Seahawks beat them by, 10 last time they played? I hope they beat them by 27. I hope they go in there, and I hope they absolutely destroy them. I think I'm a Seahawks fan. I want the Seahawks or the Bears to come out the NFC. The Eagles, they're just going to be volatile this offseason. We're going to see truly what happens with them. I can't imagine some good is going to happen. I say you got to bring back Vic Fangio, a ton of this defensive players, but I think last year we saw them partying, right? We saw Cooper DeJean in New Jersey partying up, taking shots. Hashtag been there, but also I'm not in the NFL. Okay, people? I know you think you look at me and go, yeah, no, he knows ball and he's probably played ball. The answer's no. I did participate in a flag football for Alex's lemonade stand one time, so I didn't do that great either. They wouldn't throw me the ball. I was open every single play. I'm a diva wide receiver looking back. And I don't know, it's just going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Wow. I had the Chargers +3. The Patriots won 16-3. I also had a little bit on the under. I should have had more on the under. Should have trusted my read. That didn't happen. That's fine. We live on, right? New England Patriots absolutely suffocated the Chargers. The Chargers, basically, here's what the Chargers did. No. We'll get into the Chargers when we get into the Chargers. Let's focus on the winners first. That's what we do in this show. Shout out Josh Pate for that tip. Drake May, shaky first half, 6-15, finished with 268 passing yards. Really showed, okay, hey, my defense is going to do good. I'm going to do good, right? 66 rushing yards, which made me nervous. Ramondre Stevenson, all-purpose, #king. He was able to get a ton of yards, including a massive 48-yard catch that totally flipped the position early when this Patriots team was backed up. Hunter Henry provided the dagger of what I believe is the only touchdown of the night. I could be wrong. What was it? 16. Yeah. It might have been the only touchdown of the night. I'm not really sure. But touchdown, Hunter Henry, great. I lost a lot of fantasy football, playoff basketball leagues because of that. So thank you. I appreciate that. Now, great goal line stance. I mean, this game pretty much opened up with the Patriots turning the ball over, all in all right for the first notable thing to happen. And the Chargers could not move the ball whatsoever. They lost it on 4th downs. This defense converted. Congrats. They got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. We'll get to that in a second. Patriots proved, hey, we can win ugly. We can win no matter what. We can win these playoff games. And it's always very nervous because we all know the stat with a rookie quarterback playing the first game. But Yes, or not rookie quarterback, rookie to the playoffs. We saw that with Caleb. We saw it with a bunch of people. Yes, but I think Drake May is the exception. You guys have a coach who's done that before. I feel like a lot of these stats, it's a brand new quarterback with a brand new coach. Vrabel's been in the playoffs before. He's been here before, and this team has a lot of pedigree around it as well. So, they won the time of possession battle. 32 minutes and 15 seconds were held by the Patriots, which is super impressive. And it just kind of validates their end of season. Hey, 14-3 total games this season. It was an incredible run by this team. Los Angeles Chargers. My God, Justin Herbert had a nightmare of an outing, pressured on 36% of the dropbacks. My theory here, hold on with me now, is they invested in this offensive line and it all went to whatever injuries, who cares? Oh, but he was injured. Stop it. What have you done for me lately? Like Thomas the Tank Engine. What have you done for me lately? I look at all these trains, I see no faces on them. Huh? No faces, Thomas. And Justin Herbert's offensive line played like an upset girlfriend, right? And now, it didn't matter what Justin did the day before. Did he not clean a dish? Perhaps. Did he not make the bed correctly? Perhaps. Did he look funny one time with his hair a little bit messed up and picked out the wrong belt to go with? Perhaps. Did he do something in one of her dreams where he didn't do anything? Yes. But the girlfriend is pissed off, and the girlfriend was the offensive line, and it was a lack of trying. Now, I'm sure they tried, right? I'm sure they tried, but they just got absolutely destroyed. I mean, Greg Olsen said he could have got pressure on it. I'm pretty sure I could have got pressure on Justin Herbert there. I mean, you probably would have had to put a treat in front of me to incentivize me a little bit to get a little bit going, but I probably could have knocked Herbert. I could probably touch Herbert. I think if I touched Herbert, I'd probably be transcended to God. I'd be like, how is Madison Beer? Is she now my best friend? But I don't think I could sack him in an open field. But I could get to him and apply a little bit of that pressure. Omari Hampton went out there for what? One snap? That stunk. Way to go. Yeah, you're in a walking boot for a reason, bud. And they went 1 for 13 on fourth downs. 1 for 13. 1 for 13. Which is sad. That is sad. Kind of like the ending of Stranger Things. Sad. Some people didn't like it. I liked it. What do you want from me? Hate on me in the comments. While you're in the comments, don't forget to click that subscribe button. On the defense, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. It was pretty good. They held them to 16 points. I don't know what else you want them to do. 6 points through also the first 45 minutes. So maybe apply a little bit of pressure on them through the offense next time. Henley gave the team an early spark with the interception, the Patriots 10-yard line. That's when you know it's bad. That's when you know it's bad. Overall team takeaway, the Chargers' season-long struggle to protect Herbert finally came to a head. Now, did I anticipate the Patriots put this much pressure on the quarterback? The answer is no. The answer is no. But I guess this defensive front for New England is that elite in fact. Failing to score from the 2-yard line is just sad. So just pack your bags up, go home. Be Eric Carmen. Screw you guys, I'm going home. I can't do Eric Carmen, but I can do a pretty good Mr. Meeseeks. Now, 11-win season shows progress. You're going to be third next year. You tell me Patrick Mahomes not going to come back with the Chiefs? He actually might not. They might just suck now. Whatever. We have all offseason talk about that. I don't want to do that. Robert Spillane's unblocked pressure on 4th and goal in the first quarter, forcing the incomplete pass, was honestly the game changer of that. Because if you are the Chargers and you get stopped on 4th down when you converted, when you turn over the Patriots for an absolute no gain, no points on it. Now, this game was over in the first quarter. Sure, they kept it close, but you know, as soon as the Patriots are going to score, the game was done. So, what happened? When you turn the ball over, Spillane's unblocked pressure on 4th and goal stopped Herbert in his tracks, turn the ball over, Patriots have it, game's done. Can't score from there that early, have that great, and you don't have any chance to take away any points. It's bad. Now, the Patriots, they're going to host the winner of the Steelers-Texans. They'll probably win that game. Whoever they play, they'll probably win. I think it'll be iffy it's the Texans, 100% if it's the Steelers. Now, the Chargers, they head off into the offseason being sad. I don't know what's going to happen to Herbert. I don't know what's going to happen with this offensive line. Hopefully they can get healthy. Their defense was great. I think that's something to talk about. They got to get the other parts moving, though. Got to protect Herbs for Madison. Now, people, that is my NFL wildcard reactions. We have not seen the Steelers-Texans game tonight. I'm actually recording it during that. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Support me because, well, I'm incredible. Simple as that. I love you.